Hey everybody, Teresa here of Larkin Design, and welcome back to my Disney 2020 album project. And so today I wanted to create a layout about the prep and planning work that we did. I am working with a digital Project Mouse collection from Celine Studio and British Design. This one is called Project Mouse Planning. It's part of bundle number 2. And I did receive this collection as part of the design team that I am on for Celine Studio. So let's pop in here and get started on this fun process. And so I had some photos of just some of the prep and planning that we did going into this vacation. So I wanted to be sure and include those in the album and just have some fun telling the stories. There were a couple of cute little stories around getting ready for this trip. So I have printed out my photos, I've printed out digital cards, and I have printed out some of the die-cut elements from the planning kit. And then I also have some fun little sequins, and I have some stamp sets and a couple of little physical embellishments that I want to add to these pages. So starting out with the first card, the title card here for the layout. And this card just simply says family vacation. And I love that. I always love that about the Project Mouse cards. They leave enough that they put enough on the card that it's finished just the way it is. But there's also always a little bit of space that you can add your own little touches. So I added the word our. It's from a Heidi Swapp puffy sticker pack. And then I added another little gold heart as well to that. And that was all that I needed for that card. And then I had a photo, of course, of our magic bands when they arrived. So I journaled across the little packing strip from the box, just directly onto the photo, and added a little word art at the top that says Pure Magic. You guys, just a note, I print on Epson premium photo paper right now, and I just use a Sharpie to journal. I know that some people consider Sharpies not acid free, but I just want to say that I have all of these photos backed up. I have the layout photographed and backed up as well, and so I feel like that gives me a little bit of freedom to create how it works best for me. And that means for me just using a Sharpie to write. I did a little journaling here on that yellow cloud card, and then noticed that I added one of the word art to the card as well. I cut that out with the silhouette. I took some of the elements from the planning kit and printed them and then cut them with the silhouette, and loved how that turned out. It gave that card just a little bit of pop here. And then the next 3x4 photo was actually before we ever told the kids that we were going to Disney, we dropped a couple of little hints just to see if they would get it. And incidentally, they didn't get it, but we bought Mickey waffles. We never buy Mickey waffles. But we bought those, and I took a picture of the waffles in the shopping cart and wanted to include that. And then Alan and I were out just shopping somewhere, and we found some Mickey ears. I don't think I ended up buying them that day, but it was fun. It was fun just to get excited about going. So, of course, when you order magic bands, you get them in a special box, and I didn't want to keep the whole box. But I did, as you saw above, I took a picture of the box with the bands in it. And then I cut out this little part of the box top. And I'm just going to cut it to 4x6 and slide it in the pocket. It's already embellished, right? It's beautifully designed. And so I love just putting a little bit of ephemera here in one of these pockets. Just to hold that memory in your hand a little bit is really special. And we really did celebrate having those magic bands. It was really amazing. And then the picture of the girls next to that top, they were just looking at the magic bands after they arrived. And so that completed the left-hand side, and I'm going to move over to the right side of the layout here, and just going to journal some more about how many months Alan and I planned. We started planning in June or July. I ended up stamping it on the step 1 card, and so that I could, because I wanted to be sure and document how long we planned for. And so we would hang out in the bedroom together and whisper so that nobody could hear us, and worked out the hotel. We worked out the hotel first. I wrote out the order here of what we figured out first. We did hotel, and then we did the meal planning, and then we did the fast pass planning. And so that was fun to be able to document that. And then I'm going to repeat that little gold puffy stickers that I used on the left side. I wanted to be sure and incorporate those on this side as well. I have some stars here from Ellie Studio, and I just wanted to check off some of the little checklist here on this journaling card. I love it. I love the interactive elements in these journaling cards, and they allow you just to tell a little bit more of this story than you otherwise might think. So I then had this cute little calendar card here, and to be honest, I normally don't do calendar cards like this, but I really wanted to document the dates that we had chosen. We were leaving on December 25th, right after opening Christmas presents, and we were coming back on January 2nd. And that becomes critical becomes part of the story, because for a long time we went around saying how we weren't going to talk about life after January 2nd when we had to come back. But I've had fun putting this little card together, and just adding little decorative elements to document this week. And so I grabbed some stamps from Allie Edwards December Daily from a couple of years ago, and it had these little tiny number stamps on it. So I'm going to stamp those in red so that they stand out. And I'm just stamping the days that we are going to be gone. So the 25th through January 2nd. And I stamped all the 2s first, and then I'm going to go back and add all the other numbers. And so I'm thinking about how I can incorporate all of the colors that I've been using across the layout onto this card in order to tie it in best with the layout. If you leave that card gray, then that sort of sucks you into this gray vortex where everything else on the layout is really colorful. So it became important to incorporate color here and make sure that I had some of the other colorful elements included here. So of course the red ink, and then I'll add some puffy stickers and some of the die cuts as well. So I also had another little round word art that I cut out from using my silhouette. And so now I'm going to just pull in some things that seem to fit or seem to tie in. So first off, I added some word strips there underneath the title of that card. I added a yellow puffy heart to the day we leave, because that's the best day. So that gets a little heart. I have here some just little embellishments, some wooden embellishments and some acrylic embellishments from LA Studio. And so I'm going to see about adding some of those. There's some Mickey ears, so I'm going to add the Mickey ears. And I'm not really worried about adding something for each day. It's just sort of random here. I don't know really if I had any sort of design direction that I was going for. I don't know. I guess the word circle became sort of one cluster, and the word strips at the top are another kind of cluster here. But really I'm just sort of filling in space and adding what looks fun. I'm not really worried about whether it's balanced or cohesive or anything. Then I took one of the stamps from the Magic stamp set from Ali Edwards, and I stamped this a couple of times on the single date. And that was a fun way to use those stamps. And we're going to add another word art or word stamp over top of the wooden banner here. Yep. And then let's see what comes next. A couple of stars. You need a few more puffy stars. And then I think I'm going to be done with that card. And so that turned out so cute. I really liked how that turned out. It just made me happy. And then here I'm going to go and add a label. Again, this is where we were just, one of the nights that we were just hanging out in our bedroom planning. We were working on the laptop and whispering to each other, trying to make sure nobody heard us. So fun, so sneaky. And then I'm going to do a sequin pocket because, you need some sparkly sequins here. So I'm just going to add a couple of blue ones, a couple of white ones here. Again, not really stressing, just tying in colors here. A little bit of gold there. It's so much fun. I love these little sequin pockets. And in case you're wondering, these are just sequins I have collected over the years from different places. There's some Teresa Collins sequins in here, some Felicity Jane, there's some Ali Edwards, there's some Paisley Press sequins from previous December Daily projects. And then I ran away real quick to grab some Martha Stewart little teeny tiny white stars just to finish filling up that pocket. And then I'm simply going to seal it with a bit of washi tape. What I'll probably end up doing at some point is going back and adding a bit more secure adhesive behind that washi tape. But for now, for the purposes of creating the video and not boring you half to death, I'm just going to layer some of that washi tape on top just to keep that sealed in for now. And we'll see how it goes. Sometimes the washi tape holds it really well. Just keep an eye out for it. And so I have that, this little luggage card. I love this. I think it's so cute. Just different suitcases. It has a very Mary Poppins feel to me. A lot of the elements in this kit feel like Mary Poppins, which I love, and I think it's great. And so this really becomes a filler card. I felt like I had enough journaling already, So I'm going to, I punched out that castle die cut. That's like a little seal, and then I added the magical memory number to it and a little wooden strip, and then I'm going to add a little number 1 to notate that this is really layout number 1 in the album. And so that turned out so cute, and I am so excited about this layout. It makes me so happy. It's funny how you can do a layout about Disney, and I'm not even in the parks yet, but it just makes me really happy to make this layout, and I'm happy to share it with you. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out the blog post at larkindesigntm.com. I'll see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.